Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Cheltenham Racecourse here on New Year's Day. It is Sunday, the 1st of January, 2023. I'm so grateful we're out of 2022. We're into a good year right now, into a new year, and hopefully it's a good year because I really need the luck this year. But we have a good card today from Sheldon. It's always good on New Year's Day. We're going to look at the stakes races 3 and 5, the 120 and the 230. Let's get to it right now. The co-feature third race, the 120, it is the Grade 2 Paddy Power Novices Chase. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses going for a $74,500 purse. Race for novice 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses going to post the distance of ground here of 4,200 meters or 2 miles and 5/8 over the chase course. Going to take the 4 horse Mon Myril as a top selection. Let's go 4-6-1 in your TriCast trifecta. 4-6-1 TriCast trifecta, top selection 4 horse Mon Myril. This 5-year-old given by Sante Saints. Paul Nichols trained this one. Harry Cobden gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came on the 16th of November at Warwick. Soft ground, 2.5 miles and 2 miles in a Class 3 novice chase, and he finished second by 7 lengths that day. You know, he was often on the lead throughout. He just needed that extra turn of foot. I do think the trip was just a tiny too short for him. But he needed the race for the experience. But it wasn't world's worst debut over the bigger obstacles. Refreshing here to Cheltenham on New Year's Day. A longer trip, which I think he was crying out for last time out. I think he's in a good spot to win, and I think he can get the victory today. Two back, who ran on the 7th of April at Aintree, 2.5 miles in the Grade 1 Aintree Hurdle, and he finished second by 14 lengths. Appetante really put on a show that day. This horse just, sat back early, moved a little bit late, but it wasn't anything spectacular. The winner just freaked that day, winning by over a dozen. And then before that, at Fontwell on the 27th of February, 2 miles 3/4 in the Grade 3 National Spirit Hurdle. The horse finished 4th by 11 lengths that day, and he was just under the drive and just never really excelling there. He had the lead, and then he just had a few mistakes which cost him. I don't think he handled the yielding going there. First start back since fighting 5th at Newcastle over the 2 miles. He finished 5th by 17 lengths there, where he just really didn't show up. His form, as of recently, hasn't been half bad. After that mishap at Fontwell, he really showed up well after that. Coming here today at 6-5, I think he's loaded. A horse for the place pot or the quad pot that begins with this race would be the 6 horse also, Thunder Rock. Adrian Heskins on this one for Ollie Murphy. I love the victory too. Last time out at Ascot, where he won over the 2 miles and 3/8 very, very nicely, and without a drive there. And then before that, a Utaxter won quite easily also over the chases. He's stepping up in class, but it wouldn't surprise me. At 2-1, we'll use him in the multi-race. But to recount my selection for the third, the 120 from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 2 Paddy Power Novices Chase. Let's take the 4 horse Mon Myril. Give kudos to the 6 horse Thunder Rock. 4-6-1 TriCast trifecta. 4-6 in your place pot. The featured 5th race, the 230 from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 2 Relkeel Hurdle. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses going for a $94,500 purse. Race for 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field here of 9 horses going for 1,000 meters or 2.5 miles over the hurdle course. Gonna take here the 3 horse First Street as a top selection. Let's go 3-9-4 in your TriCast trifecta. 3-9-4 TriCast trifecta. Top selection of 3 horse First Street. 5-year-old gelding by Golden Horn. Nicky Henderson trains. James Bowen gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 26th of November at Newbury, 2 miles in a Class 1 Premier Handicap Hurdle, and he won by 2.5 lengths, and he had the high weight of 168 pounds that day, but he settled well towards the front end. He stalked, he got the lead, and when he got the lead, he kept going. An all-around good race off the bench with that Jordamus weight on his back. 10 less pounds here to 158 pounds. A longer trip, which I think he really wants. I think he's sitting in a good spot, and I think he could win here today. 2 back around the 8th of April in Aintree, 2 miles and a 16th in the Grade 1 Betway Novices Top Hurdle, and he finished 5th by 23 lengths that day, and he just kind of stalked, had a few mistakes which cost him. It wasn't his day to win there in Aintree, and then prior to that, here at Cheltenham on the 18th of March, 2 miles and an 8th in the Grade 3 County Handicap Hurdle, he ran his heart out in defeat. He finished second by 1/4 lengths that day. He stalked, he had the lead for, it looked like a split portion, but then he just kind of got overtaken. But he ran his heart out. Nothing bad about that race. And then prior to that, in the prep in the Betfair Hurdle, he finished 3rd by 2 3/4 lengths. And again, he just stalked. He was under the drive that day, maybe just not handling the going. But he ran wonders last year at Kempton over the 2 miles. I think he wants the longer trip. His form hasn't been half bad recently. At 4-1, I think he could upset the favorite 9 horse Mary's Rock. The 7-year-old mare by Milan. Nico de Boinville trains. Nicky Henderson gets the mount. Most recently in April, Punchestown over the 2 miles and 3/8 in the Champion Hurdle, in the Mare's Champion Hurdle. She won by 1 1/4 lengths, upsetting that day Stormy Ireland, and Epatante. She took off clear, an all-around good race. Before that, in the Mares Hurdle, the Grade 1 Mares Hurdle at here at Cheltenham over the 2.5 mile. Guess what? She's a course and distance winner, winning by 1 3/4 lengths easily. And then I like the victory before that at Warwick. She likes running here. Her last 3 haven't been half bad. She beat some incredible horses at Punchestown. It wouldn't surprise me also, but 5-2, I think she's going to get bent to the ground. I think the other Henderson horse has a little bit of value in this race. But to recount my selection for the 5th, the 2:30 from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 2 Relkeel Hurdle. Let's take the 3-horse First Street as a top selection. We give kudos to the 9-horse Mary's Rock, 394 Tri-Cash Trifecta. We use the 3 and 9 in your place or quad pot here. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.